Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Heijen, and I believe in dragons. Just sitting around, just relaxing, just concentrating myself on something that I want to do, something that I discovered not so long ago that I could do in the Dragon's Path, something that I could even do to my dragons, to your dragons as well. and baptism or something like that, that sometimes they baptize people and then you are blessed with some kind of a god's power. Well, on the Dragon's Path it's actually a bit different, but it all comes down to the same thing. um, I never wanted to believe this, because I always, when I felt the dragon for the first time, I always said humans are not worthy to the dragon. Dragons are far too pure and too beautiful to come near humans. But what I also came to learn, and I didn't want to recognize, but I eventually had to do it, is because the dragon was actually looking up to us how we live here and how we live our lives as a draconic energy, but also as a human being on this side of the veil. Because dragons in the dragon realms, they are home, but we are not home. We are far away from home even, and so sometimes our dragons see us as some kind of a hero, that need guidance, and that is why some of our dragons wants to break the veil and want to continue to follow us, so that we can have guidance from our dragons. It will be faint, it will not be strong. The voices that we have from our dragons will not be that strong, but eventually we will feel them and we will hear them, because they will do everything to have contact with you. It's not because you are far away that this stops them. Dragons can do a lot of things, a lot, and also we can do a lot, and we just sometimes don't realize it. But because the dragons travel so many times to us and to back and back again, it's our dragon's eye, of course. Because of that, sometimes dragons take risks, and sometimes dragons come into dimensions that they actually don't belong into. And like I said, not everyone in the spiritual world loves dragons, so sometimes they want to attack your dragon, and sometimes when they want to come to you, it's not that easy as it seems for them. I've seen how they struggle when they want to come to us. They struggle sometimes because it's simply not something that should not be done for nature. So yeah, but one day I wanted to say to my dragon that I wanted to bless my dragon, and I was just guided by my own instincts. I was just sitting here on a river, and the thing that I did was taking this along in some kind of a ritual form. These are earth and water at the same time, that I just wanted to bless to the dragon. I wanted to give this to the dragon, the water and the earth itself. You can also do this to fire, and I know that children of Fafnir won't feel anything from the fire if they have to touch the fire and immediately do on the image of the dragon or the dragon altar or something that reminds you of the dragon, to give this to them, give the energy to them. I mean, there is a lot of energy inside of the palm of your hand if you do it like this for a long time, with the dragon in your mind, that you love them so much that all of your energy come to one space, and that is your hand, and you want to give it to them. You want to give it to your dragon, and you want to bless these items, so that you want to give it, and so that wherever they go in the places between spaces, that they will be protected by your energy. It might not seem that your energy is strong and brave and like this, but it is. It is. The more that you are awakened, the more that you come to discover that how strong your energy actually is. Your energy is so damn strong that it sometimes can do many things that you are just like, what did I do? What did I just do? And you are very, very strong, and sometimes we just don't realize it. That is why I was backing down from it. I said always that humans are not worthy to the dragon, and that is also the reason why I never wanted to explore the energy that I had. But the energy was far stronger than I ever could imagine. And all of this because of our connection with our dragon, but also because of our sincere love that we have for them. Sometimes I just say that I would give my life to the dragon, and that is what it makes so strong. And that is also what they would do. They would give their lives for you. They would choose to erase themselves so that you would live on. You are actually to the center of the point of the 3 dragons. Also, your dragon god is looking very much up to us. Not that we are superior over them, but we are next to them. And whenever I bless my dragon, it's out of sincerity, because I don't want the dragon to get hurt by these other spirits. That is just a thing. I just don't care about these other spirits. I don't care about other religions and gods. I only care about the dragons, and especially about the dragons inside of my dragon eye. And they do just the same for you, just the same amount of love and energy that they share for you. There are several dragons in your dragon eye, and you can all bless them, even your dragon god. Even they are the elements that you touch here. Even they are the elements itself. This is dragon's blood. This is the body of the dragon. Dragon's blood, body of the dragon, the heat and the air of the dragon. All of them are the dragon. And if you touch them and you bless them with your own draconic energy and give this to them, that is the draconic blessing. That is the draconic baptism that you say. I mean, religions does baptism, but they don't even realize what it does, because it's very, very pagan, very old, and they just continue to do it. But in fact, it has nothing to do with blessing from the Christian God. This has to do with blessing from pagan gods, and especially for the dragons, who are the elements itself. Doesn't seem too difficult, of course. I mean, if you have water, if you have something that comes really sincerely out of nature, then it's already been blessed by itself. But if you touch it, that was actually the first ritual that I ever did. But I held a stone like this, I do it like this, and I was just for a long time doing it, holding it, and just thinking, bringing my mind to the dragon, and then give it along to the dragon, or give it back to the dragon. Or it doesn't need to have that you have an altar. Of course, very recommended that you have a dragon altar, that you have a place home, that you can be and talk with the dragon. But sometimes you just say, catch, that is enough, catch, and maybe your dragon will go after it. Maybe your dragon is somewhere. I mean, the water in itself is dragon's blood, and of course it's being touched by the body of the dragon. So, but most of the time I would recommend that you have an altar, so that you would give it in a very ceremonial way and a very loving way, that you will very much bless your dragon, and to stronger up your dragon eye, because that is what you do with blessing your dragon, that you stronger, make your dragon eye even stronger, because your dragon eye is a form of protection, and you want to give protection to them with these blessed items, because you live in this place, a very, very strong physical realm that we live in, that sometimes even being said as the most powerful realm of all that we live in. And so that we have the energy of both this realm and the dragon. If you combine these energies that you have inside of you, is very, very strong, and you can bless those who you love very much with this. Out of protection, not out of desire. Of course, you can have this desire to have them with you, but most of the time it's to give them the protection that you think that they deserve. Because they come to you they have obstacles. A lot of obstacles that they can't go through. Of course, they are travelers and they are protected, but it cannot hurt to bless them and to let your dragon eye be even more stronger than before by giving it your energy, your draconic energy. Nature is a very strong energy. Nature in itself is a very strong energy. The 4 elements combined. Sometimes I do it with fire. I touch the fire and I touch the image of my dragon with it. And so, but of course, fire is not something that you can hold all the time. It's very, very hot, but it has to be quick, just like the fire, just like it is, just like quick and then give it to your dragon, but keep your mind on the dragon. Fire in itself is also a very powerful element, but like I said, all of the 4 elements are very strong and powerful. And so yeah, so it comes from somewhere, of course, that Christianity blessed this people. I mean, not only Christianity, Judaism, Islam, they all do it, they all bless them. But I have to admit, and I have to say, that all of these rituals that all of these religious people do is all pagan and all coming from somewhere else, and they don't even know that they are actually doing something that their God doesn't want, and that is pagan rituals. And because of this, it reminds me of my own rituals that I do, that I'm being led to do. And sometimes I do this, sometimes I just grab something out of the water and I try to give it to my dragon and try to bless it. Bless the energy of our dragon's eye, so that our dragon eye will be secure and protected, that it will be closed, and that no other souls and spirit with bad intentions would go through. You can do the same. Bless your dragons. Your dragons, they don't look down to you, and on the contrary, they look very up to you, and that is just how you look up to them. You look up to them, they look up to you, and that is how your dragon eye is. You are all worshipping each other, and that is why the dragon does so much to be with you, to be with us. That all of these gates can be opened if you just want to be with each other. Very good idea to give them the protection that they need from your own energy, your draconic spirit, to them. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.